You head to Wallace's underground labyrinth to look for the magician Lucane. This underground labyrinth is said to have been made in a single night with powerful magic. It is a dangerous place, replete with traps. It bars entry to all who would dare.
It's my turn. Done. I got it. Voila!
The trap was sprung, and the door magically closed fast. Slime creatures are weak against fire. The torch on the wall could be used to great effect. The clink of metal hitting the ground can be heard. You obtain a magic key to open the door.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Outstanding.
Out of the blue, a mouse darts out and leaps onto your palm. He says he was tasked with caring for the laboratory while Wallace was gone. But it is when you ask about Lucane, the apprentice answers that your quest to find Lucane is delayed as you... The door to the laboratory is through this hall.
Let's see. Done. It's my turn. Simple. I got it. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Simple.
Because the laboratory was being misused, some of the experiments housed within have now run amok. There's been a population explosion of mutated beings that spread their spores around. The labyrinth is overrun by fungi.
I got it. Done. Outstanding. It's my turn. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, yes. Done. Get him. They're here. Outstanding. I got it. Simple. Whoa!
Destroy the cocoons before they hatch, or they'll keep coming. Found some bones that seem to belong to Lucane in the depths of the labyrinth. The tattered raiments and jewelry leave no doubt that the corpse is indeed Lucane's. You bring back the bones of the magician Lucane. You found Lucane.
Wandering one, how can I help you?
Allow this heart to beat.
Welcome to my shop. What would you like? Which one do you want? What would you like?
When you enter the laboratory, the fairy frantically flits around you, as if it senses your uneasiness. Upon seeing Lucaine's bones, the fairy enters into a panic. She begins tugging at your arm to get you to leave the tower. The fairy is apparently attempting to lead you somewhere. You collect Lucaine's bones and follow her. As you enter, a kindly voice echoes from the back. You nervously hand the monk. Allow this heart to beat, quench their thirst, lead the one, reverse death, and awaken them. The prayer reaches the goddess, and the pile of bones. Lucaine, shocked to find himself alive, thanks you. The resurrected magician has returned to the old tower in town. You decide to see him to ask more. The magician Lucaine is waiting for you in the laboratory of the old tower. It seems that dying had an adverse effect on his short-term memory. Lucaine can't remember why he went to meet Wallace. Lucaine is researching magic called runes, which are closely tied to spirits and fairies. Lucaine introduces his fairy friend to you. Her name is Tiki. She left the fairy forest due to her strong curiosity. He thanks you again for saving him and allowing him to enjoy life's rich pat. Lucaine says he'd be happy to sell you these items at a fraction of the normal. What will you ask? The magician Wallace was an old friend of Lucaine's. He was known as a great magician. He sealed that group, or myopia of Cyclopes, in a labyrinth and saved. He was also the king's trusted advisor. And Lucaine trails off. It seems that Lucaine's memory has failed him again. Before you realize it, Tiki is following you around. She seems to have taken a liking to you. She will accompany you on your adventures henceforth. Fairies are known to be adept at finding. A letter from the castle has come to you via the guild. It simply says,
You're back. You have a request.
you assume that the letter was sent by the Prime Minister. Perhaps.
You're back.
Count Dean is waiting for you at the throne room. It is he who sent the letter. After your previous encounter, you can only assume that he's up to something nefarious. The guards have drawn their swords and are blocking the exit. He says that he has personally requested your assistance. He wants you to scout Bilberan Fortress on the border. This underground, originally built to defend against the Orc army, it now lies in Orc hand. It is a very dangerous mission, but refusal means that per Count Dean's request, you agreed to infiltrate and surveil the subterranean fortress at the country's border.
Oh yeah, gotta finish my drink.
Nakaka-distract naman yung ano ng mage.
The Orc army presently controls Bilberon, the underground fortress built into the canyon. The King's army has been mounting a fierce offensive to try and reclaim the fortress.
They're here.
World Cup.
Outstanding. Oh, I can do that.
You step into the enemy kitchen. A corpulent chef grabs a goblin instead of meat, and suddenly the cook, sensing your presence, stares directly at you. Eventually, the chef returns to her meat cutting. You use the goblin's screams to mask your escape.
AI yan, AI. Eh, kung andito ka eh, di sana tayo to. Dalawa lang AI.
Let's see.
Sabog ang puta.
Voila!
Ay, di na ako gumalaw eh.
Oh, I can do that. It's my turn. Done. Outstanding. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Dragon Rider.
It's my turn.
Voila!
I got it. Simple.
I'll
The Luca.
Di na dalagin, dala na. Sa laki niyan.
What?
Oh, I can do that.
They're here.
Puta, namatay sa apoy ng kakampi.
Oh, quit it.
At the bottom of the stairs is an area connected to the sewers. This seems your most likely escape route.
Enemies!
After defeating the Minotaur, you move through the sewer's filth. The reconnaissance mission went well. You gathered intel and slipped back across enemy lines. Among the treasures you claimed is the great sword of the hero Javelin. You succeeded in acquiring intel on the underground fortress. This job will be completed once you report to Count Dean. You report everything you learned to Count Dean. Unfortunately, you also mention the hero's... Naturally, he demands the great sword, but at least he's in a good... It seems that he thinks much more highly of you now. Dean confided... Once the king went missing, the Prime Minister began recommending the Archduke MacNeil. Bulgar is an aggressive nation to the north. MacNeil is related to... Count Dean claims that MacNeil has been rallying nobles in Heidler. That's why Dean hired Tommet to steal the scepter. He says that Tommet is extremely trustworthy. Suddenly, the Prime Minister and the Princess appear. It seems you are being watched. The Count glowers and departs. The Prime Minister warns you not to involve yourself any further. The Princess... Since you completed the job at the castle, you return to the Adventurers Guild to tell them what transpired. Roland also happens to be here to report on a job. However, Samuel is not here. Roland is waiting for him to Roland thinks that he just missed him and asks you to track down... You look for Samuel, the guildmaster. He should be somewhere in town.
Wandering One, how can I help you?
Allow... Allow this... As you leave the temple, a ragged old man slumped in the road calls out to you. His raspy voice makes it difficult for you to discern if he's even speaking your language. You can give him a coin if you feel pity for him. Of course, you're free to walk away as well. He doesn't even acknowledge the coin. You probably won't be able to communicate.
Oh, yeah! What are you doing? Bastard! Nobody hurts! Stop!
You took your antics too far, and the guards incarcerated you. When you tell him that you can't find Samuel, he tells you to check the temple.
Did you find him?
Wandering one, how can I help you?
A giant man in armor finishes his prayers and turns around. His pensive expression quickly turns fierce as he sees you. He tells you that he was praying because he has sent many friends to look for the king, but they haven't found the slightest clue. When you ask to help, Samuel just nods and hands you a request form. It's the same request the temple gave you. In a remote region, marriageable girls are disappearing. One. As you leave the temple, a ragged old man slumped in the road calls out. His raspy voice. You can give him a coin if you feel pity for him. He doesn't even acknowledge. You probably won't be able. To solve the mystery of the disappearances, you head to the catacombs, where the villagers fear to tread. You recall what you report everything you learned to Count Dean. Naturally, he demands. It seemed one count. That's what sudden the Prime Minister. In the catacombs, stark white bones are strewn about the ground as far as the eye can see. The sheer number of the deceased is the only indication left of this area's former prosperity.
It's my turn.
A strange knight stumbles out of the darkness towards you. You surmise that he is not of this world. The knight is muttering to himself, as if in a day. When you move closer, the knight extends his hand. The path ahead of you is connected to the ruins of the castle colloquially called the Castle of the Dead. In olden times, whenever a girl disappeared, the locals would say she'd been called to the Castle of the Dead.
I got it. Simple.
Because ghosts are incorporeal, they are completely immune to physical attacks. Their weakness is light. Torchlight will drive them off.
Stem.
What?
They're here! I need ambush!
The kidnapped girls had been turned. They are now vampires, attacking other people. You utter a silent prayer, hoping that you have slain the last vampire. In your hands is the bloody scroll that the ghost... You have unraveled the...
Wandering one, how can I help you?
Allow this... Allow... As you leave the temple, a ragged old man is rust. You can give him a coin if...
What would you like? Which one do you want? What would you like?
You are curious about the bloody scroll. After examining the scroll, it is a report telling her that he had obtained... You can't deny that the ghost was clad in mail that was... The king's death will profoundly affect the king.
You're back. Stop!
Immediately, you are overwhelmed by guards and thrown into the castle jail. This is a common fate for people who hold a royal secret. You are being after a few days, the cell door opens. Once he unshackles your ankles and explains the situation to you. The Prime Minister had been jailing all of Dean's allies. As expected, Gustav was working for Bolga. He used a magical necklace to control the princess. Once Dean got Princess Vivian to safety and confronted the Prime Minister, Gustav fled. The princess apologizes for involving you in this. While she was a hostage, this kingdom needs a new ruler immediately. Dean is no saint. However, when Gustav fled, he also stole the royal orb. Another treasure that if McNeil gets the orb, it will likely result in civil war. Princess Vivian asks for your help with this incident. Gustav's ship chose a pirate route, likely to elude captors. To get the orb back, you travel to Ghost Ship Cove, a known pirate hideout.
Okay.
All right.
Okay guys, like, share, and subscribe. Timo Gaming. Thank you.